Leave
Leave
meeting.
meeting.
Yep.
Hello. Welcome back to Tales from the Forgotten Troop with some jazz hands today. I could do like a little tap routine on my desk, but you won't see it. So just imagine I'm like doing a little tap routine.
Just get Precious and have Precious do a tap routine.
Yes.
Go for a
It's a little top hat McCain.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, Precious in a
This will
top hat
definitely
McCain.
work.
A bow tie
Yep.
too. I need it.
It will totally work. But if you're enjoying what we're doing and would like to help support the show, we do have a link to our Beacons page in the Twitch chat, the Twitch About section, or the YouTube description if you're watching the VOD, which has links to all of our affiliate links, to stuff where you can buy stuff and get a little bit of a cut of that. We also have merch that you can get on Redbubble, as well as a coffee page, which you can either, if you don't want to buy stuff, can just make a one-time donation or can become a monthly member for exclusive bonus content.
We also have Super Gay merch now, so
Yes, it's very exciting. I need to buy all of it.
yeah.
It's wonderful.
If you also want to keep up with other updates about the show, you can follow us on all of our social media or join our Discord and just hang out in the chaos all the time. Also follow us on Twitch so you can get notified when we go live, because we have been branching out a little bit and are streaming more than just Sundays now. Speaking of which, though, if you're watching the VOD on YouTube, we do have live weekly streams. Our normal schedule is on Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern. So if you aren't in a weird time zone and that's not too late for you or don't have anything else going on, feel free to join us live and hop in chat and talk with us as the world breaks. Which world? I don't know. One of them.
All of them?
All of them.
All of them simultaneously.
That's what happens if Roxy needs her duplicate.
Directions. So now let's go around and have everyone introduce themselves and who they're playing. And the question that I would like you to answer today is, if your character could time travel, and that's not to say it doesn't exist in this universe, I don't know, but if they could willingly time travel, where would they go?
I'll go first. So I'm Tess. I play Sylvie, aka Valkyrie. And Valkyrie would go to, Sylvie would go to the future. She's been to the past. She knows what the past is like. Let's bring technology from the future back to the Fae and see what happens. It's fine.
Nothing could possibly go wrong.
Let me touch everything in the future, guys.
It's a flawless plan.
Yes.
It'll be fine.
It's totally fine.
Nothing could go wrong.
To keep it on theme, I guess my answer is similar. I'm Brianna. I play Cynthia Evans, otherwise known as Echo. And Echo would also travel to the future because I, her player, keep forgetting we're in the 1950s.
Get the player to the timeline my knowledge base matches.
Yes.
Or get my character.
At least the 80s or 90s I could pull off because I was there.
And
for
I don't
parts
remember
of them.
either of them.
I remember the 90s. You're a baby though.
But we're learning so much about the 50s.
We are. We're
like
learning
when
a lot.
Blue was invented.
I had one of those Nokia, the old school Nokia phones. That was my first cell phone.
Oh, hey.
The ones that had the anti-theft device, where you could just like chuck it at somebody's face and it hurt. So.
Break their nose because the phone is made out of diamond.
Yes.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, I'll go. I'm Maria, aka I'm Maria. I play Elena, aka Easy Living. We'll get there, and she will get to the future as well.
I mean,
kind of a little interested in the technology aspect, because it seems like a space race do be brewing in the 50s. She wants to see where it goes.
Is it so you can fight the moon?
That's that. Elena has no problems with the moon. I have problems with the moon.
The moon is a fallacy, anyways. We all know
Moon's
it
had
doesn't
it too
exist.
good for too long.
It's an egg.
I mean, birds are drones, and the moon is a bird. That's how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This all tracks.
Logic.
The moon is the drone of the solar system.
Heard it here first.
Sorry, just Crow's expression.
As someone whose father is currently working at NASA,
Oh, no.
no. Just to
My
all
cousin
of
used
that,
to work
no.
for NASA.
Does this count as misinformation?
I think
An
it
uncle
might.
who worked for NASA. Technically it's disinformation because misinformation is unintentional, but disinformation is intentional.
Mhm.
Technically, would know the difference, I suppose.
Technicalities.
But my feud with the moon is real. So
that's true.
Well, we're currently working on going back to it, so if you ever
But
want to get the
I'm
opportunity to
gonna
punch the
go up
moon,
there
we're
and
taking volunteers.
I'm gonna blow it up. I know they're working on railguns. That moon's going down.
Can we get some sort of merch that's just like fight the moon or something?
Yeah.
Yes. We can make as much merch as we want. There's
Oh
no
my God.
limits.
That's true.
The limit does
Oh,
not
boy.
exist.
Anyway, I think that's currently the plot of Critical Role, but in any case, hello. I am Mr. Crow, alternatively just Crow, and I will be playing Joe Hatathli, aka
Watchdog.
That's the
Watchdog.
I intend to point with my pencil, but apparently the background just like censors it.
He got
Wide
a
pencil.
German accent. It's fine.
And I think Joe is going to be the one trend breaker here because he would want to go to the past for a couple
Cowboys?
different reasons.
Cowboys.
Cowboys?
Cowboys.
Cowboys, yes, is one of them.
Oh my god.
Less so historical though, more so he could go to the filming of certain cowboy movies that he likes.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Taking to
Um,
Italy to
yes.
see the
Silent
spaghetti
movies,
westerns.
let's go.
On a slightly more serious note, though, I do think he would be curious to go back and see the Navajo Nation before America happened, I guess.
That's fair.
Because I don't know exactly how that works in our alternate reality version of this country.
I mean,
I
the
don't
Native
know.
Americans were pretty decent based on the historical knowledge that we have.
More
know.
so like what settlers did to them, I think, is
Yes.
what
Yeah.
Crow's
Oh
getting at.
yeah.
All that
I
bullshit.
think
Yeah.
we have some pretty good ideas.
While our setting ignores the current problems of the 50s, some historical elements of distressing things still exist. And are not discussed
I
in
mean,
this
it is
campaign.
canon.
Yeah.
It is canon
Yeah.
that World War II happened. So anyway,
It's true.
Yes.
Anyways,
beginning of the session.
That's
Hey,
the whole
wait, what
reason
about
Sylvie
me?
is there.
You're
Oh,
a
yeah.
mind
Yeah.
controlled robot thing, you know, it's fine.
as,
It's autonomy.
I'm Jenna, and I play Calamity or Roxy, and Roxy would like to go to the future as well because she's terrified that if she went to the past that she'd fuck up the timeline by crumbling some shit she shouldn't.
So basically, don't go to ancient Rome and or Greece.
Yeah.
Oh my
No.
god. In a separate timeline, Roxy does go into the past and she's responsible for the destruction of the Library of Alexandria.
She just
Lord.
doesn't tell Cynthia. Ever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cynthia would be like, I am
It's okay.
building a time machine to fix this and stop past you.
Well, that's what happened to the
So-
Sphinx's nose.
Roxy probably got in contact with Sylvie and they both did it.
On
Chaos
accident.
be
killed them
honest.
together.
Roxy probably ended some wars back then just by pushing the boats back out into the ocean. Like,
That is
no, you
true.
can't.
Sylvie did
You
not.
shall
God.
not pass.
Sylvie was
Roxy
not
is
the hero.
just Roxy just goes far enough back that she's Jesus and parts the roots.
They will rewrite the Bible.
That would raise some questions.
Jesus was a lesbian.
Okay. Anyway, beginning of the
Sorry,
session.
Crow. Sorry.
beginning of the session, add a team to the pool. You have 9 team. Get some more appropriate music. And we left off with Cynthia getting a note to go, seemingly a message from Joe, to go talk to Henri and get a recording. But I believe all of you were like, we're going to pass out for the night and think about that later.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
there
that's
were
still the
there were a
calculation.
couple things that we were like, we're gonna pass out and think about later.
Also, Henry's probably in a pretty bad mood these days, and I don't think waking her up in the middle of the night's gonna help that.
No.
Knocking on Henri's door.
Just go to her dorm, knock on the window.
Hey, I got a message from your ex-boyfriend.
Wait, we have a message from her. Her ex-boyfriend?
She'll be real mad.
Oh yeah, we haven't done a recap.
Nope.
Entirely know what's happened.
I
have
just
no idea
realized
what
I
we're
forgot
doing.
to. I was looking at the recap page and was like, "That's done," and went to my. No, sorry. Okay. Anyway, previously on Jukebox Justice, the girls were able to get Roxy to a secure warehouse and get a better idea of what might be going on with her. While she woke up as herself, she didn't have any memory of what she'd done before getting knocked out by Cynthia. They tried a couple of experiments to see if they could figure out what was going on with her, but their initial tests didn't really provide any concrete conclusions. Meanwhile, Joe had some conversations with Eugene as they began their road trip back to Halcyon. Joe even introduced Eugene to Thistle, who was along for the trip. When they stopped there for their first night, Joe made a couple of phone calls, managing to have a longer conversation with Henri, who informed him that she'd found a hidden recording in his room. Hoping to make things right, Joe called Coach Oleander and asked him to get a note to Cynthia so she could go ask Henri for this recording.
Game of telephone.
Yep. And
Also, Coach Oleander is super concerned now.
What
about Joe.
fucking recording?
You don't know yet. You need to get it. So yeah, that came like really like pretty much in the middle of the night. And then I know like everyone, because it had been a long stream of like experiments and trying to figure stuff out. So it was just like, well, let's just go back to the base and pass out and we'll worry about it later.
Yeah.
I have a theory about what's on the recording.
Oh.
It's Joe dancing in assless chaps.
It's an audio recording.
It's an audio recording.
It's an audio
That would
recording.
just sound like
That's
Yeah.
what he was doing.
He
What
just-
he recorded it.
The recording is just
music.
the clap of his ass
That's it.
cheeks.
It's like, I dare you to identify the sound. You'll never get it.
Oh.
He's deadlifting with his butt cheeks, like.
where's the leave meeting button?
Anyway, so you can head to bed, and I'll say, you know, whenever like you can wake up after getting a restful night's sleep and figure out what you're gonna do.
Actually went to bed in our beds. I think it was just a
Yeah.
giant cuddle puddle. If I
Yeah.
remember
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
you were
That's how
concerned
we
about
normally
the
sleep.
penthouse being
Yeah.
compromised, so everyone went down into the base to sleep and brought Sarah down there as well.
And then there might have been.
Oh, yeah.
something that might have
And
further
then
compromised.
and then a portal opened and a cat jumped through
What?
that has a little name tag named that has the name Freya on it, and
Oh, yeah,
Sylvie
did I write-
recognized it as the cat from the other
hell?
reality.
The portal
Oh.
opened?
And there's an actual
portal.
wizard in Kansas, and Elaine
Yeah.
was
Oh, yes.
right about that, and she was just doing a bit.
There's a portal, not a portal. There's a wizard, or at least a retired hero named Tex Arcana.
I promise, Jenna, we are not screwing with you. All of this actually
It's in
happened.
my notes,
Yes.
which
It's a
probably
wizard
doesn't
cowboy.
help.
Yes,
It's a
Um,
wizard
He's a
cowboy?
Yes.
wizard cowboy.
What the fuck?
And Tony and not Roxy are out of town.
Yes.
Oh, and we taught plants capitalism.
Yes.
That's fair. I mean, if
So-
we're gonna have capitalisms, the plants might as well benefit too.
Now that you're all caught up,
Yeah, we decided we needed plant capitalism merch last week too.
We'll convene on that one at a
Next, we
later
teach
point.
other plants Marxism, and they fight.
Yes.
Ooh. Teach the flora capitalism and teach the fauna Marxism.
And then let them fight
hmm
for our enjoyment in the Coliseum.
And then we take bets on it.
Full circle.
I'm sure Uncle Polly would totally facilitate this great gambling where he
Yeah.
helps me.
Practical than like dogfighting.
Anyway, so morning. what are the four of you gonna do?
We
cat
gotta
is
call
still there.
Henri, don't we? Because we gotta get the
Sylvie
recording.
sits up and hisses at the cat again and then goes gets
Why do we have a
strawberry
cat?
coffee.
Do we need to worry about this?
What is that?
The cat just
Elena
looks at
gives it
Sylvie.
scritches.
Does it
Oh, yeah.
have a tether?
The
Sylvie,
cat
does it have a
leans into
tether?
the scritches.
Does the cat have a tether?
Yes.
The cat does have a tether.
What is on the name tag of the cat? Does it have a name tag?
It says Freya.
Freya.
Sylvie
Freya, are
definitely
you
says
always
Freya
a
from the
cat
kitchen.
or like just sometimes a cat, like Sylvie, but like Sylvie's with glitter? I'm gonna have a full conversation with this damn
It
cat.
has been licking itself and cleaning its paws, and then it'll just see the thing where it puts up its hind legs and does a big stretch, like an ooh big stretch. And then we'll just sit up and look at you.
How'd you open a portal?
You watch as it opens a portal and jumps through, and then another portal opens and it jumps back out.
Fuck. That cat's more powerful than me.
Oh,
The fuck? Are you a super cat? Or are you a person stuck as a cat? Or blink 5 times if you're stuck as a cat.
Just stares at you.
Yeah, I thought so. You gonna tell us what you're doing here or what?
It looks at Sylvie.
Why you
Cat's mine. It's Faye. It
you had a
Freya belongs to me.
you had a portal cat the whole time in the other world?
In my defense, I did not realize Freya was a portal cat at the time.
I guess that's valid. I was gonna say, why we have to go through all that if we had a portal cat the whole time?
I do not
Is
know.
Freya a cat? Or is Freya a fae?
Yes,
Freya-
I'm
Yeah.
assuming.
Freya is to
Oh.
cats what I am to humans.
Okay. Nice kitty.
It'll come over. Freya, she'll come over and like rub against you.
Yeah, I'll give her scritches.
She likes that.
Just
All
another
right.
glitter cat. It's fine.
It's fine. She might not like Watchdog so much though.
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of people who don't like Watchdog right now.
Speaking of
we have a
which,
few days.
we have a note
Yeah.
that says we need to go get a recording. And I believe, Roxy, you want to talk to her anyways. So
Would you like me to retrieve the recording and you all can just I don't know.
Buddy system.
buddy
Yep.
system.
Well,
Everybody
yeah, but
has
like
somebody.
okay.
Or we all go together.
Who wants to go have coffee with me and Henri?
I'll go. I owe her an apology.
For what?
Calling Joe on that stupid mission. Not
I-
stupid.
I
I
don't
don't regret it.
I don't think that's why she broke up with him.
I'd rather be sure of it.
Okay, well, that's fine. You can apologize if you
To be
want.
Fair, you weren't the one who contacted Joe for that mission.
But I was
Yep.
the leader at the time. So
And I called him a coward to make him go through the portal that I busted open. So we're all at fault a little bit.
It was a group oopsie. A groupsie.
A group
It was a
Oopsie
groupsie.
daisy.
I mean, yeah, but like I feel like we still needed to do it anyways, right?
Oh,
Because
I
we
was
needed to
going
get
to go
we needed to
anyways.
get Sarah back. Sarah back. I don't know that Watchdog was that helpful in the other world though, so
Spent most of that time coming back from Arizona.
It's just similar to now.
Roxy brain.
Here's how I'm seeing it. Joe's going to come back and he's going to maybe think of everything and that he could possibly blame for what's going wrong here, this relationship. And I'm probably going to be on that list. And I'd like to clear my name in advance.
I hope that he doesn't put you on that list and try to project all of his issues onto you, because that did not go well for him last time. I do believe that he broke 3 ribs.
Well, I guess we'll
On my
see.
fist.
Ran into my fist. Ran into my
Ran
fist
into
10
my 3
times.
Yeah, you ran into my fist 58 times. Sorry.
I know I'm probably just being paranoid, but at this point, are you really surprised?
No, he was kind of whiny about going in the first place, so it makes sense that he would blame you.
I'd be whiny too if I got dragged out of bed at ass o'clock in the morning and told to go through a portal for reasons I didn't understand.
To be
Mhm.
fair, he wasn't in bed. He was in an armchair at the safe house. I was sleeping. I got dragged out of bed. He was on watch. If he was sleeping, he was not supposed to be sleeping.
That's a fair point, Roxy.
So he really shouldn't have been that crabby.
I'm just bracing myself for another round of team arguments.
Nah. I'll just bear hug him until he stops whining.
I feel like maybe also the trip was therapeutic for him in some way. Probably not anymore now that he's back and everything is awful, but
Well, he wanted to stay there, so let's not mention that part to Henry, though, because I feel like his relationship's already on thin ice.
Probably
Yeah.
a good idea.
If he wants to tell her about what went down in the other world, that's his prerogative, but I am not telling her anything about his side of things.
I'm just going to say that he ended up in Arizona, and then he came back, and that's all I know.
And that's why he's in Arizona now.
Apparently, yes.
All right. You said you'd talk to Henry over the comms at some point?
Oh, yeah. She's still got the comm. So she'll pull out her comm and be like, Henry, 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 Henry.
When
Oh
there's
my god.
when there's a suitable break in the long chant of Henry's, she responds and says, "Hi, Roxy."
Hi, do you want to get coffee this morning? Maybe some brunch? I know a good joint that does good crepes. Crepes that are amazing.
Sure.
I also was told that there's a recording that you're supposed to bring to me or somebody else. So
Oh my god.
maybe that would be a good time to do that.
Yeah. I'll bring it.
A little doggy told me. Well, not really, but you know. I'm sorry. Bad joke.
What time, where and when should I meet you?
Like an hour at La Patisseria. I think something like this.
Okay. I'll see you then.
All right. Take care.
You too.
Do you need a ride? Do you want us to pick you up at the dorm? Or?
No, I think that places nearby campus, so I should be fine to walk.
Okay. See you then.
Huh, that went better than expected.
I'm awkward but endearing, so
Mhm.
there's that.
I will co-sign that statement.
It works for you.
Yeah.
All right. So the two of us meeting Henry in the diner.
You want me in the
Sylvie, Elaine, are you still good to watch the roofs?
I was
See if
about to
anything's.
say, roofs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Are you gonna stake out Leah's place?
Yeah, we're going to stake out your brunch.
My brunch. Okay. All right.
We went, we called her yesterday,
Maybe you
Mhm.
should bring some of those cuffs with you,
and nothing,
Cynthia,
nothing happened.
just in case.
I think we'll
Put
all
some in
have
her purse.
puffs on us.
Yeah.
One of these days, I need to redesign these to make a like bracelet kind. I need to do that for Leah, anyways. But
Well,
maybe more
yeah.
innocuous.
I mean, it would just be nice to have on the underground in case there's other people like Leah who don't have a good grasp on their power yet and might need, to be able to wear something to dampen it until they're in a safe place to practice.
Yeah. I just worry about the risks,
Yeah, because if the government or somebody else bad gets a hold of it, it's bad.
There's a
You-
reason I know why this technology exists.
Could you make that into a bullet?
Maybe.
Thought.
Maybe make it silver?
Pretty useful thought.
Put it in a gun for Henry. Not to shoot her, to give to her in case. Just in case,
I'll consider it. I don't know if that'll work. It takes some testing.
I don't know either. I'm just thinking about it. You could test it on me. I mean, it would hurt, but I'll be fine, probably.
Not if it works, and your powers would stop for a second, and then you wouldn't.
Yeah,
be
but we
able
just
to-
pull it out, and then it'll be fine.
It's still dangerous.
Casually pull out a bullet from my chest.
Don't shoot me in the chest. Shoot me in the shoulder, the leg. Jeez.
I don't know how confident I am in my healing ability to get some bullet out that quickly.
Or like just some sort of like projectile. Maybe an arrow.
Crossbow bolt.
Crossbow bolt. Yeah.
I'd always try to reuse the darts design.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just thinking like that would be a nice way to like de-escalate things fast. Maybe not a bullet because that might kill somebody, but like, just an arrow. A dot would be perfect,
Of course, if it is something that I make, there's also the risk that it could be used against us.
That's
Mhm.
true.
And then
Can we put in a remote detonator of some sort? So your dead can't
somebody
get caught?
deactivates our powers when we blow ourselves up.
When it gets out of
No.
our sight.
No, more so like if there's tech that's left behind. Or like maybe a
Oh,
food
okay.
that
That
will
makes
like
more sense.
It self-destructs.
yeah.
And then blows the person up that we shot it into. Oops, we shot that one too far. It went out of range.
Thinking more of like maybe something with a little bit of fey power to corrupt the device afterwards so it no longer works.
You just collect all the arrows, Sylvie.
Finish with things and just hand them to you.
Also fair.
I don't know.
Then we study the alterations.
It's something to think about the pros and cons of. I really do like that you really think about all of the possible effects of that and putting that technology out there. Because if Leah was like really I don't know, working for them or something, like that would, I don't know. We should
If she-
probably mind read her a little. You should probably mind read her a little.
A problem for later, perhaps.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
do have a brunch to get dressed for.
Yeah. I don't take long to get ready. I'm not Joe. I just pick out clothes and wash my face, put my hair up. Can be ready in like 15 minutes.
Yeah. Cynthia wears civilian clothing, but packs a version of her suit on the bike.
Roxy will wear her suit under her civilian clothes.
Not an option with Cynthia's, but fair.
Valkyrie's in.
Oh yeah, because yours is like the full.
It's full body.
Yeah. I'm like, it's cold, so I can just wear it under like my jeans and my like I'll just wear a long sleeve shirt or something.
Yeah.
Elena just suits up because she'll be in the air.
Yep.
Okay. Said that Elena's winter costume has pants.
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like I made one on the thingy, but I don't remember.
You made one with shorts for sure.
Yeah.
If the
I
costume's
forgot
full
that
body,
time
wouldn't it
is going to move in this, so I never really thought beyond summer costumes.
Being fashionista is hard work, I tell you.
And then time moved, and all of a sudden it's November.
Sylvie's is still very much a leotard, but she doesn't feel cold, so it's fine.
She tastes blue, but
Love
she
that
doesn't
for
feel
her.
cold. So
Yeah.
If Echo's suit is full body, wouldn't it already have pants? Is it just like more padded?
No, it like she's got
It's
like
got a
built-in
hood.
gloves and the
Mhm.
hood.
And
Like
like
it's
a cape.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like she can wear since it's winter, she can probably wear the bodysuit component under her clothing. But like
She'd
the
have to
cape,
use-
the hood,
Gotcha.
she'd have to wear more civilian-ish gloves since she's always wearing gloves.
Just
Different boots.
imagining the equivalent of like superhero long johns going on.
That's
Basically.
what Roxy's got going on right now. I mean, she mostly just wears combat boots anyway, so that's what she wears as her outfit. So Roxy's a
That's
simple
insane.
girl.
Makes it work. All right, we should get going now.
All right. Let's take a car though. She might want to ride back to the dorm or something.
All right. And Cynthia will.
You want to take your car or my car?
I'll take mine.
Okay.
Since they did retrieve it, I believe, from her
Yeah.
sister's place.
Mhm.
You guys did retrieve it.
She repacks the suit in the car.
That's a good idea.
All right. Let's go.
All right. Brunch.
You can get over to the brunch place and go ahead and snag a table.
Mhm.
I'd say probably a few minutes after you get settled in and have menus. Henry walks through the door and spots you and will come and sit at your table. She has a small backpack with her.
How are you? Do you want a hug? Do you need a hug? Are you a hugger?
And I think I'm doing okay.
Do you want a hug?
That is way too jazzy.
Yeah.
What kind of brunch place
It's
is this?
romantic.
Expanding the polycule.
Yeah.
Roxy's
girlfriend.
Mrs. Steal Your Girl. She'll steal her brother's girl. She'll steal Watchdog's girl. There's no limits to the amount of girls she will add to the polycule.
But Henry says, I think I'm okay. And we'll sit down
Okay.
across from you at the table.
So, how's school going?
It's been good. Keeping up my grades. We're headed into the final few weeks, so exams are coming up and project deadlines.
Yeah.
It's been keeping me busy.
Yeah. What about your internship at Rook Labs? Are you done with that?
No, I've got at least a few more weeks. They're might be an opportunity to stay on into the spring semester, but I won't know for a little while yet.
That's awesome. What are you studying, or what are you working on there?
Largely, initially, it was just, taking care of inventory, writing up research notes, that sort of thing. But I've gotten to be able to become a bit more involved with the actual research portion and actually get some hands-on experience.
Ooh, that sounds so much fun.
It's been nice seeing,
Yeah.
getting to work in a professional lab and not just do school-related research with what we have on campus.
That's true. That's true.
It's good to get practical experience.
Yeah.
So are you really okay? Are you getting there?
Getting there.
Do you want to talk about it?
I don't really know what there's to talk about.
Sometimes it's just nice to have somebody listen to you. If you want to bitch about Joe, you can bitch about Joe to us and we won't say nothing to him.
Well,
I mean, as far as I know, just up and left. I can't really speak much to what you said about traveling to another world.
There was a portal, and a friend of mine got pulled through it. And I asked the team for help. So, sorry for my part in pulling him away for so long unexpectedly.
Based on that, you had no idea that you're going to be gone for 2 months.
Nah, we thought a couple hours. Maybe a
Besides-
day at most.
I mean, only a few days passed for us.
Yeah.
But still, intention doesn't mitigate the effects.
No, but did you find your friend?
We did.
I'm glad. But it's not just the possibility that he could have upped and left without saying a word. He's been hiding other stuff and apparently didn't trust me enough to share it with me. So,
I would say that us gals probably have felt pretty similar. There's been times when he's maybe made some choices about what he should and shouldn't share with the team, or going out on his own trying to be a cowboy, Lone Star Cowboy, when he absolutely shouldn't have, and he got his ass handed to him.
yeah. I mean, he was pretty much doing a solo gig until he joined the team. So,
Yeah.
I at least got to be involved in the beginning. But
Things changed.
I didn't think they did. But then whatever all of you have been investigating and getting more information with things going on, and the organization you've been looking into, I could have easily had all of the details on that front. Not that you knew that I was somehow tied to it, but secrets were obviously kept there, and
Yeah, I might have asked you to do a little snooping. But, you know,
That's risky.
yeah, but that's why we were going to take Taekwondo together. She could learn how to put somebody down like you do, you know? Those fun arm locks and shit.
I suppose.
to be fair, I am not completely defenseless. Living in a city like this one, I had some self-defense training growing up.
Oh. I had no idea. Joe's not really a sharer like that, you know?
Yeah. I know.
But, you know.
And then I was thinking that whole incident was, you know, the first little bit of it, but after he disappeared and I was trying to figure out what happened, found out he's been hiding some other stuff that I had no idea about.
That wouldn't happen to be the recording, would it?
Yeah.
What's on the
Oh,
recording?
boring.
It's hard to explain. It's like a couple of people mentioned something about an initiation. It's apparently a whole night of it, and he got into some fight. I had no idea. I don't know if
Initiation.
I don't know. There's about like an hour and a half of recording, but there's some like stretches of silence and other just general chatter, so all of the important stuff can be condensed into about 15-20 minutes or so.
You think that he's in a cult?
Sounds like it.
Is that how do they have an initiations at fraternities? Is he in a fraternity?
He's
Is it a fraternity? Maybe.
As far as I know, he's not in a fraternity. I think I would know if he was, considering that would be something. Even if he tried to keep quiet about it, it would get spread around.
Yeah, and they have their own housing, right?
Yeah.
So like they don't have to live in the dorms.
But also, as far as I know, there's like maybe the football team would have some sort of hazing, but that would be when he would have just joined. So I don't know.
Yeah, wouldn't he have been like a freshman then?
Recent?
I mean, I'd expect sometime semi-recently. I don't know. Hang on, let me
Look at the
look up
timeline.
something.
You, the furious turning of pages through a backstory.
No, I'm trying to think if what you used to record it would have
40 minutes later.
I'm trying to think of if what you used to record it would have date stamps, and I don't think they do.
Oh,
so
almost
there's
certainly
no
not. The
Yeah.
technology was not to that point yet.
Only if it was on a permanent marker with a sticker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
unless somebody said it or it was written on there
Yeah,
somewhere.
if they
Yeah.
said it in the initiation, it would be.
Yeah,
Probably
so
not,
Henry will
probably
just
not.
say there's no way I can tell exactly when this was recorded. I just know it was shoved under his mattress.
Why does he have a recording of some initiation? It's a weird thing to have.
My best guess is it was, well, it sounded like a dangerous situation, and he was probably trying to, well, he was definitely fishing for information.
He was?
Yeah. didn't seem like he really know. He didn't really know what was going on. Just that he'd been invited there and was dealing with a lot of unexpected things.
Would you be willing to let us listen to it?
Yeah, that's not a problem, honestly. Considering he didn't want to share this with me, I was hoping that maybe all of you could actually watch his back.
As best as he will let us. We try.
Well, I guess we'll find out when he's back in Halcyon.
I mean, you're around him pretty frequently whenever you have to do your thing, so it's as good a time as any. But she will unzip her backpack and pull out a little envelope. Well, not like a little envelope. It's a manila envelope, and we'll slide it across the table to both of you.
Thank you. What? This is, I'm going to sound so awkward asking this. Like, so he just like abandoned you and you didn't know what was going on. And that must have been really, really hard for you. And you must have felt really betrayed. And then find out that he's lying to you on top of it. And this is after you found out that there was like the Rook slab stuff. And because honestly, I do feel like, it's risky to get people involved, but you're an adult, so you can make your own choices, right? Like, I might want you to be careful, but like, it's not my place to tell you can't do stuff,
No, and maybe it wouldn't feel like such a betrayal if I had no idea what was going on in the first place, if I didn't know he was part of your team and out there doing all of this business, but things were really transparent in the beginning.
and
Then
he
he
doesn't.
got scared.
Sorry, what'd you say?
Then he got scared? Or...
Honestly, I don't know. Scared, maybe. I think he got it into his head that he had to keep me in the dark to protect me. Like,
Sometimes that works, and sometimes that backfires.
You can't fight enemies you don't know are coming.
No, but it also, on some level, makes me feel like I am something that has to be protected and can't defend myself, but maybe he hasn't thought about it this way, but on some level he thinks that I can't really do anything to truly support him when he's having problems. Because if he's up against a bunch of enemies that he won't tell me about and putting himself in some danger, then what does that make me? If I can't listen to his problems and help him think of solutions or just be there for him, then it's not really a relationship, is it?
No. You got to
not a
have
fair
that give
position
and
to-
take. Oh, sorry.
No, sorry, report.
You got to have that give and take,
It's not a fair position to put you in.
I think he's afraid that his identity is going to get compromised. Probably because I know it now. And then he's afraid they'll target you. I don't know.
I mean, maybe on some level, but I've known about his identity since he started going out there and putting himself at risk.
Since he put that cowboy hat on. When would you say that his his transparency changed? Like, can you pinpoint a point in time where you felt like he got more secretive?
Maybe sometime this past summer, maybe a little bit before then. Before he disappeared, it was really starting to feel like we were just going through the motions of things.
So it would have been after he joined the team, but before going back to school, or maybe like before the end of last semester. Would have been
Possibly.
about a little bit, maybe like a little after the hairspray factory incident. That's how Roxy just measures time. How long was it before or after the incident? Great hairspray incident of 1953.
And Henry,
BHI or AHI?
Henry frowns and thinks for a minute. I have no way to confirm whether it happened during this time, but there was a stretch of time where I was away for a week. I went on vacation during spring break, so I think that was probably where he had the least amount of eyes on him. But things didn't really feel different when I got back.
When would you say that they felt different?
I think it was a slow transition. I think I really noticed it around the time we came over for dinner, and I learned about what you were looking into.
Yeah, I was kind of shocked he didn't tell you. So, because I tell my girlfriends everything, like literally everything.
Can confirm.
I mean, you're also all kind of involved in it together, so.
Yeah.
I'd say that working for a company that's one piece of the puzzle makes you involved to a fairly substantial extent. But it also sounds like he went through a lot of effort to hide things from you and pretend like he wasn't.
I don't know why he wouldn't have told you, because at minimum, you should be able to like know that there's some sketch stuff going on and that you should watch your back and, maybe stay out of the places that you're not supposed to be in so you don't accidentally see something that might get you off, just, whatever.
Yeah, you would think.
At the bare minimum, like just, inform you that there's sketchy stuff going on so that you can be aware of your surroundings and all that. I don't know.
I will say that he should get, on some level, a little bit of the benefit of the doubt, because I had just started my internship, so that wasn't something we'd talked to extensively, so he wasn't right up front aware of the connection. But
would you have reconsidered taking the internship if he had told you what the lab was involved with?
possibly, I think it would depend on what other opportunities were available to me.
I think that's reasonable.
Yeah, but like we could have at least gotten you like some pepper spray and like maybe one of those like shock things like you got for the bike. Your bike, when people try to steal it, they get shocked. That's funny.
I don't know much about Rook Labs security, but chances are they probably check people for that kind of stuff going in.
Mm. Yeah,
I
I
mean,
guess I don't
they
really
do
go
have
into places with a lot
Barnet
of
Labs
security.
definitely checks for that kind of stuff.
They do have some level of security. I mean, there was, at least in the beginning, I was only allowed in certain areas, and my access is still restricted for obvious reasons. But
Yeah, if we had known, then we could have gotten Sylvie an internship there too. Then if you had any problems, she could turn into a glitter wolf and eat somebody. You know.
I'm not sure that would
don't know if
solve
that would have
the problem.
that might
I
have
don't
made
know.
things worse in the moment.
I'm not sure. I'm just saying that forewarned is forearmed. Forearm.
Well, I appreciate you meeting with us,
Yeah.
despite everything.
Unlike the rest of you, I have had a couple of months to deal with it.
Yeah, it's been a whirlwind, but I want to make sure that you got people that you can lean on, you know, like that you can talk to. You can keep the communicator and you can call me anytime that you need to talk. Even if you and Joe don't get back together or whatever, no expectations, just separate from Joe. I can be your friend.
I think that might be nice.
Yeah. We can get ice cream or have you ever been street racing? Do you know how to ride a motorcycle?
I don't.
Me and
You
Cynthia
want to
like to
learn?
go. Yeah.
Sure.
We street race, and then the loser has to buy the winner ice cream. It's a lot of fun. We can teach you how to ride Betty Crocker. It would be fun.
I'm not sure how much use I'd be in the friend department, but was there ever anything I can do to help with anything? Let me know.
Yeah, a wonderful friend. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm told I'm an acquired taste.
That's just because you put people's cars in weird places, or you have your, well, you know.
I'm pretty sure that's you and Sophie.
Well, people piss you off, and then me and Sylvie put the cars in the weird places, okay?
Yeah.
Or fill the car with glitter mice.
That was one time.
Sylvie from the roof. That was
Just over the comms.
That was one time. Oh man.
I don't know anybody who doesn't like Cynthia. Or anybody who has the balls to tell me to my face that they don't like Cynthia. That might be it, actually.
In your head, you hear, pretty sure you do know my dad, right?
I don't think I've ever met your dad formally.
No loss.
I don't really want to. He's annoying. He looks like he got a stick up his butt.
Out loud, Cynthia says, it's besides the point. But keep the calm and let us know.
Yeah. We could have like a movie night. Now we have popcorn that's blue. And you should see the plants. You got to see the plants. Cynthia's apartment got taken over by fake plants. And now they work there.
We taught plants capitalism.
Yeah. And they can make strawberry coffee and cotton candy popcorn.
It's a time.
And they
Could
listen to us.
I take some non-invasive clippings?
If the plants agree to it, then yes.
Yeah.
You might have to ask Sylvie to translate.
I think I want to teach them sign language.
I'm sorry, I'm just picturing plants with hands now.
Can't
Add
be
that to the
arranged.
plants with teeth.
Yes.
Plants with teeth, and they now have
Jazz
Grinch
hands.
They just have
They
green
do
Grinch
jazz.
hands.
They
Yes.
do jazz hands every time we get home now.
Rustle, 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 rustle.
Oh.
I'll open up Photoshop.
Oh,
It's just
God.
getting so much worse.
Yeah, I wish there was some technology to take pictures of people's faces because I want to see Joe's face when he sees that the plants took over.
Joe's never seen the penthouse, so I'm not sure he'd have much of a point of comparison.
They work in the elevator too.
That's true. Sorry, just like, the way you're like,
Yeah, you should come by. We'll have like a movie night and we can introduce you to the plants and the cat. We got a cat now. She's not really out cat.
this might have to wait for a little while. The penthouse is
Crowded right now.
we're currently avoiding it since someone glances at Roxy is apparently on a shady organization's hit list.
Oh yeah. There's that.
Henry leans forward and is like, does this have anything to do with the exploded fire hydrant from the other day?
Maybe.
It does. Yeah. I think, at least according to them, I don't remember it.
An exploded fire
Someone-
hydrant does sound familiar to you, Roxy.
Someone may have exploded a fire hydrant on a bunch of people wearing all black who were trying to grab Roxy.
Pretty sure there's a covert ops team get after me.
I think it's more than just the covert ops team.
Do you have any idea why?
No, which is a little terrifying. There's two of me. I don't know that that's related or not, but there's two of me.
The portal
Okay.
had some side effects.
Actually, you might be able to help with this because you know a lot of you study the superhumanities, don't you?
A little bit, yeah. It's
So
my minor.
we went through the portal. I punched a hole where there was a portal, and then we went through it, and then we came back, and there were body snatches piloting our bodies from the other world for a little bit. And then I came back, and my body snatch is still here. And now there's two bodies of Roxy. And I don't know why. I don't know if it's related or not, but it's kind of a little stressful.
Have you been able to dig into that at all?
I'm not allowed to meet duplicate Roxy because the world could implode.
I think that's a fair precaution to take.
But what if we just need to merge?
There's
I
no
feel like
guarantee that'll be the solution, but
Okay, well,
the risks outweigh the potential benefits.
which is why I haven't run off to go and meet duplicate Roxy. Also, I don't know where she is right now because there's a covert ops team after me. But I escaped from a
you.
hairspray factory, so they could be trying to take me back there.
Thank you for not running off.
You're welcome. I would tell you before I did it. I'm not Joe.
And I appreciate that.
I just know that it would be difficult. Well, Elena could stop me. I suppose you could probably stop me if you really wanted to, too. Sylvie could give me a run for my money. I mean, you all have tools to do it. I'm just saying that when I'm very, very insistent upon something, I usually do it regardless.
I have telekinesis. I could absolutely pick you up.
Yeah, then I can't really go anywhere. I'm just walking in air. That's... Huh. All right. Well, anyways. But I would love your help with my plethora of problems. Maybe stay away from the covert ops team. Maybe we should handle that one because it's dangerous. But if you want to look into why there's two of me, that would be very helpful.
You have any, samplings from the other? I guess maybe yours, at least getting a baseline of yours.
You could take some of my samples if you want.
Yeah,
and then
start with that.
I think that Tony did he bring some samples by?
Tony did not because
No, we had
to flee.
Yeah.
We told him to flee before he actually got around to doing that.
Yeah.
But Roxy, you did come back through the portal. You might have had something on you that's from the other world. Or we could talk to Sarah.
I checked my pockets in my suit because that's what I was wearing when I came back.
Interdimensional lint.
This lint is from another dimension. Please test it. Compare this with Cynthia's regular lint.
I guess
Lint smackdown.
Starting point. But I meant more like biological matter to see if there's anything
you need
strange with it.
Blood, hair, like I don't know. What do you need for samples? Cheek swab.
We could probably start with some hair and a cheek swab, and then depending on where that goes, get a blood sample if you're okay with it. The blood sample might not be helpful at all unless we can get one from the other Roxy to compare, but
that's true.
It's a starting point. I can at least look into it and see if there's any obvious differences.
We could probably get some hair if we go by the house and grab the hairbrush that other Roxy's been using.
That's true.
Roxy just takes out a pocket knife and like cuts a little piece of hair off and hands it to Henri. I don't have anything to cheek swab right now, but
that's fine. I can get an actual like test tube and proper sterile swab, and we can take care of it later.
Yeah.
I'm still just picturing Roxy being like, cuts off some hair. Here.
Yeah. Weird girl. Then she's like, well, maybe I could, do you want me to like swing by the dorm later and bring you some ice cream or something? And you can take do you know how to take blood? I mean, it doesn't matter. I'll just heal up right away.
I have not I've not had to draw blood before, so maybe that could wait a little bit and we can start with the cheek swab.
Oh, ask Rebecca.
Oh yeah. That's a good idea, Elena. How did you start talking in my head?
The apples in the sky.
They're just
know
piping
people
it on the
who have
comm.
access to the right kind of equipment for it. So.
Oh, we could probably, your sister could probably take one and just.
Or I could.
Oh, you can draw blood?
Whips out phlebotomy license now.
You don't need a license to practice phlebotomy.
I'm a self-trained phlebotomist.
Here's my
I
certificate.
used to do phlebotomy for a living. Well, that was part of
That
it.
is one of the most concerning statements I've heard it come out of anyone's mouth for any reason.
Which one?
I'm a self-trained phlebotomist.
I mean, I'm not a self-trained, but I was trained by people who. Never mind.
Anyway,
I'll talk about it later.
not relevant right now.
Also, Charlie, did you see my message?
Yes, I did.
Okay, just making sure.
I hadn't forgotten.
We'll get you a blood sample.
Okay. All right.
Just casually.
And then, I could swing by with the cheeks for the cheek swab or whatever.
Yeah, just if you want to let me know whenever you have time, we can get it set up. I'll just need to make sure I have the right materials. go by the lab, probably.
Do we have plans tonight, Cynthia?
I don't think so.
Maybe I'll just swing by around like 8.
Okay.
We can make that work. Please do not go by yourself.
Oh yeah, buddy system. Keep forgetting.
You were the one who almost got kidnapped. How are you the one who keeps forgetting?
Because I will be way more upset if one of you gets kidnapped than if I get kidnapped.
Have you considered that you being kidnapped will make me upset?
Well, yeah, but like, interesting debacle. Roxy just sits there thinking a little longer.
First question
Her
Roxy
brain-
doesn't have an immediate answer for.
Well, because she knows that emotional pain is just as bad as physical pain or worse.
Meanwhile, Henry's like, deja vu.
Yeah.
I've
So
seen
she's
this
sitting
before.
She's sitting there trying to figure out like if it would be worse to put you through the emotional pain of that or but she doesn't know. Fair enough. I will do my very best not to get captured.
Thank you.
It would be so much easier if I was super fast.
Maybe.
Wish I was super fast.
I get the impression that that probably wouldn't help given that the circumstances of them trying to kidnap you.
I don't know. We got to figure out how to rewire my brain.
We can give it another shot.
We'll have to talk to Grandpa Les. Maybe he knows what part of the brain you got to look at. Probably the amygdala.
Have you made an attempt at that, Cynthia?
Are you asking as Henry or as the DM?
As Henry.
Not a thorough one.
We gave it sort of a little bit of a try earlier because I really want my brain to not be wrong.
I can imagine that would be an upsetting situation to be in.
I think that Sylvie was scanning my brain and then Cynthia was poking around in it a little bit.
That's about the run of it.
They don't want to mess nothing up though, so I think that we were just kind of poking, not.
That makes sense.
It's delicate work.
Yeah. Okay. Is there anything else you would like to talk to Henry about or just enjoy your
No.
brunch?
Just enjoy brunch, girl talk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then eventually you can pack up and head home. Meanwhile, I know Joe, you had a couple of scenes you wanted to have in the car. Any particular one you want to start with?
Yeah, I think the third one on the list I sent your way, because that seems like the one that would be most pressing on Joe's mind after last evening's conversation with Henry.
Okay. I need to. Okay. How do you want to start this conversation?
Well, first of all, I imagine Joe's just kind of dour throughout most of the morning, just stewing on emotions and thoughts. Kind of noticeably quiet for the first part of the drive.
Eugene initially just leaves you to it, since you seem pretty deep in thought, and then we'll eventually break the silence and say, everything okay?
No. You remember how I said I've got a girl?
Yeah.
Henry?
Mm-hmm.
I've been trying to call her since I got back, and finally got her to talk to me last night a little bit. She knew about the whole werewolf thing, but she didn't know about the pack and my whole situation there. And to kind of simplify things, now she does.
So she's pretty upset, I imagine.
Yeah, and I don't blame her. And I've got no clue how to even start to fix this. Because I know exactly how this is going to look to her. And I don't blame her for seeing it like that, but also messed up.
I think the first step is getting back to Halcyon so you can have that, try to have that conversation in person.
Yeah, that'd probably be for the best. Just the two of us weren't together in the other worlds. I don't even think other Joe knew her. That was kind of the longest time we've been apart for a while. And it's been worse for her over here because other Joe just didn't, I want to say care, but he didn't know. And she learned about the pack, and God only knows what she's done now.
What do you
She
mean what
thinks-
she's done?
Before I knew what I was getting into, I made a recording of the pack's attempted initiation of me. Didn't exactly go to plan. Their plan, that is. Or mine, I guess. I really had a plan. But she found that recording. I tried to be fully honest over the phone last night, tried to point her towards it, and she already knew.
Okay.
She hung up before I could even really say anything else after she just told me that she had the recording.
I can understand that. If she hadn't found it and went to go listen to this recording, based on her reaction, I imagine even finding out about it after you told her would be fairly upsetting. Instead of explaining the whole situation from the beginning.
Some part of me still doesn't want to tell her. Some part of me doesn't want to tell anybody.
Why?
I feel like Joe's eyes sort of slowly slide to like the rear view mirror as he just sort of looks at himself. So when I tell everybody, they're gonna know how scared I am. How scared they should be for me. How scared they should be for themselves and the whole city, maybe. And after what happened when I first changed, Dad, I really scared Henry when I first changed. I wasn't sane for 12 hours. Scared the shit out of her. I don't want to do that to her again. And I guess I did.
Are you sure that she's upset because she's scared?
No. Maybe
Are you wanting to keep this hidden because you're worried about other people being scared and frightened of the reality, or is there some part of you that wants to be able to handle this on your own? And you're worried or embarrassed because you can't.
I guess that is kind of part of it. It's the whole the cowboy way, right? Taking care of trouble.
Even cowboys have to have a little help every now and then.
Yeah.
Where would a cowboy be without his horse?
Yeah. This is right. I know I can't let this stop me. They need to know, especially now. Especially considering I might not have a chance to tell them later.
I think you will. You'll have a chance, and you can explain it to all of them in person, which I think will be a much needed conversation.
Yeah. You know about that? Do you want me not mentioning the situation in regards to you to Mom? Because, I mean, I'm going to tell her about me, but if you don't want me telling her about you, I don't have to, I guess.
You can tell her what you need to tell her.
Okay. And what do I do if Henry doesn't want anything to do with me now?
That might just be something you have to accept. And it'll hurt, and it'll be hard. But you have plenty of other people who you can lean on for support. You have me, you have your mom. you have the rest of your friends.
Yeah, if they want anything to do with me now.
Yeah. People can surprise you. And you've
I
been
think-
through how much together? You apparently traveled realities together. If they didn't want anything to do with you, they probably could have easily left you there to rot. And you never would have gotten back.
I wouldn't be surprised if they were considering it.
What makes you say that?
I thought about staying. Not a long time, but you and Mom were together. We were in Arizona. But it was wrong. The little details were wrong. I wanted to stay, but I knew it wouldn't be right if I did.
Have you explained all of that to them?
I tried. But I think I'm the only person who actually wants something resembling a normal life.
That may be true. But I think if they really do care about you, they wouldn't abandon you just because of a simple desire. But we won't know until we get back.
Yeah. Sorry, this is all just getting dumped in your lap as soon as you're getting there. Kind of pictured your first trip to Halcyon being more pleasant.
Technically, it's not my first, but
It's true.
I'm glad to be able to spend this time with you. And I'm glad that you felt you could come to me for help.
When Mom couldn't hear, I used to talk to you. Just, I don't know, have somebody who got it, whatever it was for the day. Just being fed up with canned food or sleeping under underpasses.
I'm sorry I couldn't be there for you.
Not your fault. It's nobody's fault. Just, seeing another way things could have turned out. It was nice.
I'm sure it was, but we can only make the most of what we have in our lives. That wasn't meant to be here, but that doesn't mean we can't find our own little way to make it work.
It's gonna take a lot of work. got a lot of bridges I need to unburn.
I think you might be surprised to find there probably won't be as many as you think there are.
Here's hoping. And I'm good for that scene if you are.
Okay. I think that is a good spot to take a break. And then maybe when we get back, we can see what that recording's about.
Recording.
Also, please bring up Rick Lads to Sylvie. See what happens.
Okay. But until then, go have a nice, good 10-minute break, and we'll be back here soon.
Hey, this might come out as total madness, but just wait. I really need to tell you something. 'Cause I feel alone in a room, surrounded by people. I wanna know if you're feeling it too. Out on the roof, here with you, it all seems so distant. With you, under streetlights, right next to the skyline. With you, yeah. I've been a cynic for so many of my days. Now you just might make a believer out of me. 'Cause you look so pretty in the sunrise, and somehow now everything is alright. I feel like every word is so translucent, so real. Oh, won't you tell me how you do it? Now I'm high, but the buzz in the room, surrounded by people. I couldn't care, but nobody but you. Sway, move me now, baby, dance, give in to the moment. With you, under streetlights, right next to the skyline. With you.
Maybe if you could get the attention of the head of security, Major Canex.
So you want us to do arson? That will get their attention.
Maybe we just say someone
No,
robbed our purse.
That's a little extreme.
Oh,
to
okay.
start with.
Yeah, we just some lying to start with, and if that doesn't work, we can set a fire in the
Or,
bathroom.
Maybe you could
Yeah.
just like, try being charismatic and talking to him first, and just like getting him away from the crowd.
Have you met me?
Yes.
Yeah, but if we draw, if it goes horribly wrong and we draw the attention of the entire security guard right from the get-go, we're not gonna.
So you just need the head security guard's attention.
Oh, need a way to get to the security building.
So you need the keys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We just lift the keys off of him. That's not too hard.
I was gonna say pickpocketing. This is just Fury has a choice board of crimes and like choose a crime from the choice.
Spin the wheel of
There's just-
crime. Pick the poison.
There's a linear progression of crimes. Do we want to start at the less extreme end or the more extreme end?
Which end of the crime board are we starting at?
It's just like-
on the bottom side here, you have like your minor crimes like pickpocketing, shoplifting. On the major, you
Lying
have
to
like arson,
authorities.
murder.
Just have like a wheel of fortune wheel. Just be like, what are we gonna do?
Exactly.
The wheel of morality. Tell us the
Show us the
lesson
crime that we should
learn.
burn.
Yeah. Fury puts it in her pocket, but she starts pulling she takes her jacket off and she starts pulling the patches off, like all her revolutionary patches that are on her jacket that say exactly what she stands for. Probably a good night not to advertise.
But I made that one.
I know.
Just-
It's
so sad.
beautiful.
Instead of taking off the patch, just leave the jacket here.
Wow, that's way more logical. I imagine they're Velcroed on, so.
Now you just have a Velcro jacket. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm talking like I'm the one with the fashion sense.
I'm
I'm literally wearing a striped shirt and a scarf.
I know. I was like, all right.
But in your defense, you're making it work.
It was also the logical argument. Like, why are you ripping off patches? And you can just like leave the jacket.
You should probably go in the security room.
Yeah, otherwise we're
Uh,
just gonna touch stuff that looks cool, and that's not gonna happen.
Don't
No.
just
Yeah,
touch
we could
stuff.
like find a PA system or something, and
Oh,
then
that's-
Oh, then we can play fart noises over the PA system.
No.
Finally.
Yes. So you go to the security room. Maybe either Layla or I can look out. Then we can have a couple people on the floor. You know, just walkie-talkie time.
When you feel like it's over and nothing else matters, I know you feel so divided. Pick yourself up again and you better start walk, girl. Open up your sleepy heel, talk, girl. You have come too far to give it up now, even though it seems there's no way out. Take a look in the mirror now, what do you see? You can be anything you want to be, you know. You will never be alone. Girl, go make your move. There's nothing left to prove. I know that you will find your love again. Don't be ashamed to cry. Hold your head up high. I know that love will save the day. When you feel like you're stranded at the edge of the world, I know you've been taken for granted. Give some love to yourself, and you better start walk, girl. Open up your step and hear you talk, girl. You have come too far to give it up now, even though it seems there's no way out. Take a look in the mirror now, what do you see? You can be anything you want to be.
Come, show me light, show me love, show me light, show me love. Make a change, time is up. We can wait for better days, but the days won't come. Show me light, show me love. This is all we got. Show me light, show me love. This is all we got. Show me love, show me love. This is all we got. Show me love. This is all we got. Show me love. This is all we got. Show me love. Show me life. Show me love. This is all we got. Sometimes life will push you down, make you fall onto the ground. But I know you will turn it around. Oh, this is all we got. And I know you'll make mistakes, get interference and lose your way. Find the light when it rains. Oh, this is all we got. Show me light, show me love, make a change. Time is up. We can wait for better days, but the days won't come. Show me light, show me love, show me light, show me love. Make a change, time is up. We can wait for better days, but the days won't come. Show me light, show me love. This is all we got. Show me light, show me love. This is all we got. 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 Show me love. Show me life. Show me love. This is all we got.
Maybe next time.
They had it cornered. They're just not very bright.
There's like a whole fleet of
Just like-
rabbits that have moved into my neighborhood.
Oh,
drive
can't
my
see
dog
it. It's
nuts.
gone. But back with the team in Halcyon. You now have a recording. Are you going to go listen to it?
Yes.
Excellent.
There weren't any suspicious
Yeah,
figures.
nothing
trying to
suspicious in the
crash.
air.
Nope.
Okay, good.
Pretty calm and relaxed.
We still don't know how they find Roxy. Great.
No idea.
We are doing our best to take evasive routes anytime we leave and
Yes.
go back.
Mhm.
No
The
trackers on her.
most obnoxious like routes to get to and from destinations. Just
Yep.
hooking back like 5 different times, taking a billion side streets, all that.
I
any
Tokyo
car
drift
looks-
off of one ramp onto
Yeah.
another
God.
street.
Like if any vehicle looks remotely suspicious,
Inconspicuously.
Sylvie may or may not like just dive bomb it as a bird at some point. So
Okay.
Why
we
is there
create
glitter on my
accident?
windshield?
Just a-
we've been struck by a Peregrine Falcon.
just a giant glob of glittery bird poop just lands on several different windshields.
Wasn't there like a doll in the 90s that had glittery poop like that? That's what I'm thinking
I
Probably.
of.
have no idea.
Probably.
Probably. There's a
Probably.
lot of glitter in the 90s.
There was
Yes.
Lisa Frank. Yes.
Probably.
Anyway, you can make it back to the base. And open up the envelope, and you find there is a little minifon recorder in there that has been pretty badly busted up. You can tell that the design was meant to look like a lapel pin, but the actual recording wire is intact.
Do we have
Sylvie
the means to play
recognizes
this?
she should not touch this.
No touching.
Probably, I imagine if you didn't have something directly on hand, it would be easy enough to rig up something to read the wire.
It's-
So you could listen to
This
it.
technology is pretty common by this point in normal American history, so I fully
Yeah.
imagine Rook Labs has got like this and like the 2 further generations above it freely
I don't have
accessible.
access to Rook Labs.
Oh,
Barnett.
It'd be
Barnett, sorry.
That other place we have access to.
that other lab.
The other lab. The one
But
that
I'm
is
gonna shut up
hopefully
now.
not conspiring against
That
us.
other lab that may or may not be up to some shady shit. Who knows?
Who knows?
But yes, you can.
Oh, I was just gonna say, hopefully it's just our shady shit, not other
Mhm.
people's.
Hopefully. Who knows what's been going on in the 2 months you've been gone? Or what skeletons it has in its closet. Anyway,
Knowing this.
Literal skeletons.
Yeah, I
maybe.
was gonna say literal
Yeah.
skeletons.
yeah,
They have glitter for some
Glitter
reason.
skeletons.
exactly. But you can hook up this recording, and this is what you hear. To finally have my little group of deltas arrive for initiation. You all look picture perfect and will make a wonderful impression, I'm sure. You've already become acquainted with the gammas, a select, but not quite elite, few among the many. And then, of course, there are you 4 deltas of the pack. Delta, please straighten your scarf. You wouldn't want to make a bad impression, would you? Yes, very good. That's exactly how I like it. And your hair could do with a bit of fixing. No, not like that. I suppose that'll do. Delta, I do think you could have chosen a more appropriate mask. The flowers don't quite match up with everything else here. But I suppose you'll become more attuned to matching accessories with the rest of your outfit in time. There will be plenty of opportunities for that in the future. Delta, your mask is... well, it's certainly a statement. Something we'll have to work on, but it's not the worst thing I've seen a new pup wear. As far as the festivities tonight go, the initiation will begin when we arrive. Of course, you all know it's a gathering of the entire pack. Those who have been with us are always eager to greet the newest members. After that, there's plenty of time to talk and get to know each other, and then the true self ceremony will begin. That will be followed by the feast, which always has the best food. And finally, things will wrap up with the hunt.
And what is the hunt?
Oh, you poor thing. A small pup, lost and alone without a mentor to properly guide you. But don't worry. I won't let you wander on your own any longer. I'll give you a proper lesson in pack structure. Listen, pup. Delta. Listen well. Never, ever speak unless your betters command you do so. You are a Delta, and I am a Beta. I am your better, and I did not permit you to speak. It shouldn't be much longer now before we arrive at the den, and then the festivities can really begin. We're almost there. Deltas, stand for me. Let me see how each of you look. You must be the image of perfection if you're going to be representing me tonight. Yes. Much better. And that hair is neater and far stylish than it was before. Yes, I suppose this will do. You may lift your heads. Be a dear and let the others know we've arrived.
Now arriving, Beta Aroma and her 3 newest pups.
3?
Don't worry. You'll get your turn since you're seemingly so desperate to make an impression. But you're not going to ruin the reputation of my perfect little pups with your uncouth actions. Thank you for your wonderful welcome. These are my newest Deltas, but you'll never guess what I picked up along the way. There seemed to be a stranger, a stray who was hanging around my pups. Looks like we had a 4th Delta joining us tonight, but he's so paranoid he's hiding himself by sight and scent. I haven't the slightest clue who he is or by who he was sired, but he's strikingly handsome and disrespectful in the most delightful way. As you might expect, I just had to invite him along, if only to see what kind of party animal he was. Come here, little lost pup, and meet the rest of the pack. Now that you've made your entrance, it's about time that you'll be released to socialize with everyone else. Make sure to be on your best behavior, as anything you do or say will reflect on me, and we can't have any incidents tarnishing my reputation. Understand? You may proceed. So, what line of work are you in?
Professional athletics?
You seem rather young. Are you still in school?
Yeah, college level.
Are you the only member of your family that'll be joining the pack, or are there others?
Others?
How's your training been going?
Good, I guess? Wait, how did you...
my god.
Jesus. Tanuki. Thank you, Alpha. Howler. Sholet. Thank you, Alpha. It feels wonderful to finally have control.
Coyote. Thank you, Alpha, for your generous gift. But sadly, I must inform you that I've already found my own control. Yours will not be needed.
Can I sit at your table?
Huh? Yeah, sure.
Great. My name is Russell Woodwick, but you can call me Russ. I'm a huge fan of you, Watchdog. You see, I'm a student of archaeology and a big superhero lore hobbyist. I like to keep tabs on up-and-coming heroes. You know how it is, trying to predict the next big name, and I've heard about you extensively. A lot of everyday people on the streets have good things to say about you.
Thanks. That really means a lot, especially after tonight and the stunt and the Alpha.
What do you mean? Didn't you know what was going to happen tonight? Didn't your mentor or your sire explain what the initiation process was like?
No, I didn't have a clue as to what I was getting into. I just followed the trail to running waters. I don't have a mentor, and as far as I know, I don't have a sire aside from my dad. I've only recently been approached by the pack, and even then, they just gave me an invitation.
That makes so much sense. I was wondering why you seemed to be going against everything I'd been taught from day one. You know, if you need help, I can catch you up to speed, at least for what's coming tonight.
Yeah, thanks. I'd really appreciate that. Okay, well, first of all, I mean, why all the cloak and dagger? Why all the secrecy?
Well, there are two reasons behind it, really. First, it's meant to avoid the attention of wolf hunters, and second, it's so that the pack can better shepherd Halcyon to a brighter future.
Right. Well, I mean, why are we all werewolves? Like, what's the reason for all this?
I'm not really sure what it means for anyone to be anything, but I do know that the Alpha is the origin of lycanthropy and had been granted the transformation as a gift from the moon goddess Selene. That's why our abilities wax and wane with the moon, because it's tied to the goddess's influence.
Okay, but why change me, though? I mean, there's thousands of people in Halcyon.
I actually asked my mentor the same thing. As it turns out, only certain people can successfully become werewolves. In someone without the aptitude, the siring bite basically reflects the symptoms of rabies and passes within a few days. But in someone with potential, it would awaken their true self on the night of the next full moon. How great the potential is varies, and it also determines how far up the pack's hierarchy you can climb.
About that hierarchy, I mean, how's this all structured? I've picked up on some of the rankings, the beta and omega stuff, but how's it all fit together?
Yeah, I get it. It took me a while to understand too. Omegas, they're the normal people without the potential. They exist outside of the pack, and they're really only fit to be guided by their shepherds. Deltas have little power, but we form the bulk of the pack. We don't have much in the way of responsibility and are really only expected to do minor tasks and menial labor. Gammas, They're the ones who do most of the work, both for meetings like this and the grander work of tending to Halcyon's improvement. Betas, those are the big players, and they were only elevated to their position by the Alpha's choosing. As part of that elevation, each of them were granted a type of magic that reflects their strengths. Beta Aroma, for example. She has a multiple scent that she can use to stoke fury and calm in equal measure. I don't really know how many betas there are in total, and I'm really only familiar with Aroma because she's my sire. But then, at the top of it all, is the Alpha, the Sage of the Moon, the ancient leader, and the great wolf sorcerer. No one knows what their human form looks like, if they even have one. They always seem to appear at pack meetings without a sound or a smell. They use magic to ensure they're understood when they speak, and to conceal the true sound of their voice. The only thing we can really be certain about is that they founded the pack under the guidance of Selene to bring Halcyon into a new golden age of prosperity.
New golden age. Right.
Now arriving, Beta Blindside. I heard there was a party going on tonight. You may be wondering why I'm here, and I'll happily explain. I'll be participating in tonight's hunt. Get up. Come on, move it.
Ow, hey, easy.
Tonight's hunt is as follows. There are 3 stags with silver horns in the woodlands. Around each of their necks hangs a garland of dried wolfsbane. Those of you participating must track one of the animals, retrieve the garland, and return to the den to lay it at the feet of the Alpha. Killing the animals is allowed, but not a necessity. Only the garland is needed to pass the trial and become an official member of the pack.
Shoto. Hey, glad I found you. And you have a garland.
Yeah, but I'm worried about making a break for it back to the den. I'm sure that beta is lurking around here somewhere waiting to humiliate any of us who try to get back.
Yeah, that sounds about right. But listen, I've got an idea. If we can find garlands for you, Tanuki, and Howler, I can distract him while the rest of you make a break for it.
What about you?
Don't worry about me, I'll be fine. But I don't know if we can convince the others.
I might be able to help with that. Follow me. Howler, Tanuki, we need to talk to you. What's this about?
I've got a plan to get the 3 of you back into the den so you can be initiated.
I don't think so. You're bad luck. After everything you've pulled, you'll get me in trouble too. He won't get us in trouble. Everything he's done so far has only brought attention to himself, and this will be no different. Besides, he's a hero. He's had to deal with bigger problems in the past. This is going to be a piece of cake. Okay. I'll trust you, Russ. We can at least try this and see how it goes. I don't see how we could end up in a worse position if it fails. My name's Jackson Price, by the way.
Nice to meet you.
You're all idiots. There's no way that's going to work, and I'm not going to get caught up in any of your bullshit. I bet this is all just a ploy to take the garland I've already claimed and leave me to rot in the weeds. Her name is Terry Erstwise, by the way.
Gotcha. Listen, Terry, I'm not trying to sabotage your chances with the pack. I'm just trying to make it so we can all get out of this.
Russ, you're such a blabbermouth. Can't believe you would reveal my identity like that. Whatever. The 3 of you can conduct this stupid plan. I'm going to find my own way back. Shit! And that's it.
That was awesome.
I like the editing.
Well, fuck is all I can say in regards to that. I am not a fan, and you knew it.
Well, we might have something else that we need to do tonight, but we should still stop by Henry's. Because we can't really do too much about my problem.
As long as we buddy system, we can at least mitigate the chances of you
Yeah.
going away unnoticed.
Yeah, we
All
should
of us
also,
can attempt to stop you as well.
Yeah, but we should ask Rampage to join us too, though, for a while, if she could, like, lend a hand sometimes, because Rampage is probably a good match for me too. Like, bear hugs, whatever.
We have no way of contacting her.
I can put feelers out.
Yeah, that
I
was
would-
the thing.
I would like to get in touch with her too, because we just like kind of left it, and I feel bad about that because I really want to be her friend too. I like friends. But I don't want her to feel alone because she's got Tempest, but Tempest is all angry at her. So, she was
Yeah,
last time. Maybe Tempest is cooled down by now. That would be
can
great.
Help. Well, yeah, we'll see where Tempest is at. Cynthia, I think maybe finding a cure to my pheromone might be a good idea in light of the recording. If
Aroma.
if
Yeah.
aroma works the same way I do.
We could just get gas masks.
You know who's a chemist?
You'd have to
Henry.
test them.
I think the easiest way to test them would be with Sylvie. Because she can always turn it off if things get weird.
Yeah.
But if we have gas mask and they work and then someone comes along to take Roxy, we can't pheromone her out. But we can also just kind of whoop.
But that's
Crap.
why you and Cynthia could just like put me in the air, and I can't walk anywhere when I'm in the air, and
Yeah.
I'll just be like doing a weird moonwalk, but I won't be going anywhere. And the moonwalk
You're
wasn't
just kind of
invented
fucked
yet,
in
so
place.
I don't know what I'm talking about. But because Michael Jackson wasn't born yet.
It sounds like Joe joined the cult.
Yeah, Joe definitely joined the
It sounds like a
Yeah.
wolf cult.
I have concerns that the cult may not be fully werewolf and or human, and there might be fae.
Yeah, if that
influence.
guy's ancient, that would make sense.
Did we recognize any other voices besides Joe?
No.
I think
Well,
we should do some snooping on this one. And also, but like I'd like to ask Rampage just in case like the Black Ops guys come, then you have extra backup just in case something happens,
I can put feelers out, but I can't guarantee you'll be able to find her or that she'll agree to help.
What if we just run around the district?
She might have left
Looking
town.
for
We've
her?
been gone
The
for
warehouse
2
district
months.
that we found her last time. She might have left town, but
Yeah, we don't know if she's still in town nor if she.
would you recognize her scent, Sylvie?
I might not, but Toby might.
Feelers are a good place to start,
Yeah.
and then we can put boots to ground on this cult.
Yeah, let's do
Natalie
that.
might have an idea about the aroma.
But
What-
Rampage
She
might
seemed
also
very
know about the
fashion-
Black Ops people.
Very fashion conscious.
The other thing is, do we want?
Natalie.
Mhm.
Natalie's
That's why I
Okay.
asked if I recognized the voice.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, oh shit.
The
Natalie's
other
a fucking
question,
werewolf.
Cynthia, you're putting out feelers to your network.
Yeah.
There is another network that could be potentially connected to this now, in light of the stags and similar power sets.
Is it dangerous for you to reach out to them?
You don't do anything that's dangerous.
Can
If
the cat
they-
do it?
I trust your judgment, but if they have involvement with this cult, then I don't know if that's gonna. If you asking will cause reverberations.
may have remaining allies. Depends on if
Can the cats carry a
Those-
message?
I might send the cat. I'll try. I can try and see if it can make contact for me. I didn't leave in the best standing, but there are still some old ties that may be responsive.
Thistle might have contacts too. Thistle was looking for a great warrior. I wonder if she didn't pick Joe for a reason.
I wonder if
Oh,
my
they use
people have
the
been
werewolf
feeding.
to tag warriors to bring to.
Well, she might know that there's some sort of relationship that she
Well, they
hasn't
called it
revealed
a
yet
cunt,
because Joe
too.
was like, I can't help you. And then I was like, I don't understand why this little this Fae person, this sprite, would ever ask Joe to be the warrior when the rest of us are way more helpful than Joe.
But if they infiltrated the cult, and then they also have a hunt, and you have a hunt.
I don't
There's a
like that
lot
they
of
use
parallels
stags.
going on here.
We should set out
Stags with
feelers.
silver horns. Is that something
It's not natural.
Fae?
Unless you paint them, but
Certain. Charlie, would I know this? Like, does this sound Fae? Like, because I know they exist in myth. Do they exist among the hunt?
I'd say maybe you are familiar with the concept on some level, but it's probably not a regular occurrence.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like some small subsections
Mm-hmm.
might have them, but not.
Not
It's not
my-
widespread.
Not the particular group that I'm affiliated with, but
Yeah.
they do exist. My section of the hunt and those that I was trained by were not affiliated with the Silver Stags, but that doesn't mean that they weren't found from other groupings.
All right. Let's keep the possible connection in mind then. If you feel like you can reach out without repercussions, then go for it. But please be careful.
I will, in light of some of the things that Thistle informed us of. And I'll try not to draw too much attention to our group.
no, we can't. The buddy system there. That's too dangerous.
The cat hops up on Sylvie's shoulders.
Yep, the cat's going for me. Hopefully.
Mainly just thinking, if we're up against the cult and parts of the Fae and whatever's going on with these Black Op organizations, add enough of those up and we're pretty quickly outclassed, unless we're smart about this.
Yeah, that's why I think we should just do some recon work about the pack. And that's why the other reason we need to reach out to Rampage, because she might know something about the Black Ops people. You know?
I said I'd put feelers out.
Yeah. And then it would just be good to have some extra backup. Maybe if Tempest has calmed down, it would be nice to have some storm powers too. I'm just
Seems
saying.
unlikely that she'd help, but it's worth considering.
I mean, we didn't really do nothing too bad to her, I guess.
Okay.
I mean, I punched it in the face, but shit happens.
I agree with you.
You broke
about...
3 of Jill's ribs too. What's the big deal?
Shit happens.
I agree with you about the recon, but I'm serious about being careful.
We should also talk to Hecate about this problem, because if the werewolves are planning to take over, the supers are not going to just stand by and let that happen, are they?
I will talk to her, yes.
Okay.
If nobody knows
Unless
anybody's,
unless the supers are involved in the cult, which is possible.
yeah, if nobody knows
Probably not all of
anybody's
them, but-
identities, and some people
Yeah.
might be involved and might think it's a good way to do New World Order kind of thing.
You think that there's
Also-
supers that are werewolves too, besides Watchdog?
I'm wondering
I
how
don't-
far this has infiltrated into the higher echelons of the city, seeing as there was the statement regarding shepherding Halcyon forward into
Mhm.
a better future.
Your
and
dad
the
wouldn't be
person
involved.
who maybe and the person who knew about Joe's training, and he seemed surprised by that. So I get the impression that these roots run deep.
Well, yeah, and I took down some names. There's the Terry Erstwise and the Jackson Price, and then the Russell Woodwick.
Mhm.
We could tail them.
Gotta find them first.
Well, the one guy goes to the college. Henry might know him.
I don't. Maybe if he would have been conscious to keep the two separate since she didn't even know about the pack.
We might want to avoid necessarily drawing Henry into a directly dangerous conflict.
She already knows the information on the tape.
That's true.
That's
She would
danger
know
enough.
these names.
I don't want to send her into something and have them report back that she's prying.
I'm not
I
saying
would-
that she pries. I'm just saying she might know where to find them. But
We
you
can
know,
ask.
we could really use like an HQ person, anyways. You know,
Just stop her.
just give her a job. It's fine.
Jenna adopting the NPCs.
This is
Fine.
Jenna's chronic problem is adopting all of the NPCs. I
Well,
will
we
keep
have
them
her.
all.
Well, no, I don't know that you have her on bookwork right now. Anyway,
But like, she's good at research. She studies humanities. She's good at chemistry. Like, you're finding something like an antidote to your pheromones. She's a chemist. You know, she's going to school to be a chemist.
that's true.
We can
Both
ask
me
her.
and Cynthia have been focused on physics more so than chemistry. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm just saying that like we could at least use her brain. She's not useless, and I feel like that's what Joe did to her, and that's why she's mad at Joe. And I don't.
Viken makes the
Yeah.
offer, and if she refuses, then she refuses. If she
She's
doesn't,
smart, and she can make her own decisions, and also might have some firepower of her own behind her. Anyways, I don't know anything. It's fine.
She's wicked smart.
She's wicked smart.
Let me add
Probably could punch somebody pretty good.
the little
I-
plant that is in control of the cork board just added new little question mark next to Henry regarding Henry's firepower behind her, but it's fine.
Well, there's people that might be upset that are really scary that if Henry ever got hurt. So, whatever.
No big deal.
No big-
NBD, it's
It's
fine.
It's no big deal. Nobody pay attention to the Iron Maiden behind the curtain.
Given the circumstances around that potential firepower, I'd rather not involve that area.
No,
of
that's like a
inquiry.
last resort. I'm just saying, like, depending how far this goes up, if the Fae are involved, like, we might be outclassed. I'm not sure. I don't like to say that because we're pretty bad bitches, but
In your head, you hear, given Iron Maiden's personality, involvement with the cult is not out of the question.
Oh, okay. Well, then never mind.
Cynthia, the other thing is we also do have a certain criminal element connection that do we want to lean on it?
You know criminals? What, like Rampage and Tempest?
More mundane
Not
criminal.
Patrocles. Why do I keep wanting to call her Patrocles?
Hecate?
No, Sarah.
Uncle Polly? Okay, Sarah?
Oh yeah,
Or
Sarah's a
Parhelia.
criminal.
Parhelia.
Parhelia. She's Patrocles in my head. Parhelia does some tiptoeing on the line.
I
Not like a
know people who may know people.
We could
It might be
ask.
worth also following up with the Uncle Polly's people.
Yeah, that was exactly
The
what I
werewolf
was
That's-
lawyer?
thinking.
That's a
Yeah,
good
Yup.
thing. We could take them to court.
The werewolf lawyer.
Also,
It's a good
they
idea.
can.
We should get the law system.
They have
The legal system
eyes
involved.
all over the place. They might be able to keep eye out for people we're looking for as well.
Yeah, I'll get a bulletin out to Uncle Polly. We regularly exchange.
Also, he
clippings.
should teach his plants about
Gardening
capitalism
supplies.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
sure that
I'm
Uncle
sure-
Paulie has. He's really good at capitalism.
I'm pretty sure my plants have taught his plants about capitalism.
Oh
it's
my
fine.
God.
They've left the penthouse. They're in the sewer systems. They're
It's
in
an
the city.
epidemic. The plant capitalism.
Little shop of horrors. Little shop.
All right. I'll put out feelers for Rampage,
Okay.
and I need to tell Hecate about this. But Sylvie, if you're taking care of reaching out to Polly and your network,
Yeah.
okay. It's the beginnings of a reconnaissance plan. I am serious about the being careful thing, though. Joe was very
Yeah.
much under the impression that even knowing about this is dangerous, so please tread lightly. We're working against several different shadowy forces at the moment. We really
Yeah.
can't afford many missteps.
Yeah. So if you're gonna go do the bulletins, who do you want to go with? Who? Elena's gonna go with which one? And I
can
Hecate.
put out the feelers from here.
Okay.
This is a conversation I want to have with Hecate in person.
Okay.
I will probably need to talk to Polly in person. I think I'm gonna send Freya to deliver my message to.
I think it would be weird for Uncle Paulie if he knows that Roxy left town. For Roxy
Yeah.
not to have
For your
left town.
cover's sake, I would say
You should go with Cynthia. I will go with Sylvie.
Yeah.
it's
I think
fine.
you're right.
Oh,
because
and
I
if we
think
go
that-
by the house, we can look for a hairbrush.
Yeah, look for the hairbrush.
Oh, I forgot something in Roxy's room, and then just
There's
go
a-
look
there's
for
a
something.
skull hairbrush. It's got like skulls on the back of it, and it's black and it's silver. And that's my brush that I used when I was there. But that should have her hair in it. It should be in the bathroom in the second drawer.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay.
Then you will call Henry and make offer to be
Well,
lad girl.
I need to. I mean, Cynthia's got to be like on board because I don't want to let in on everything.
Bring
but,
somebody
like,
here. Yeah. Also, I guess maybe wait a few days because this is probably all still very.
Raw.
Yeah.
She might not want to be here while Joe's here. So
It's
He's
also worth considering if we bring her in without consulting Joe, who is currently a member of his team,
Mhm.
that could cause friction. Of course, Henry can make her own choices, but
I think that's
We
why she's mad
also-
at him.
yes. But as Joe's teammates, we also need to consider his perspective in personnel.
I mean, he'll probably like it because then she's around, so he can try to win her back.
That's very optimistic of you.
Oh well, that's what I would do if I was in his shoes. I would apologize and I would try to do better. But I don't know. Apparently she talked to him. That's good that she at least took his call because last I heard she didn't want to talk to him at all.
Why don't you start by gauging her interest and availability in actually doing this kind of thing? She is a student and full-time and has an internship.
Okay.
I
We
feel
can talk
like-
to her when she takes the samples. If she
Does
wants
so
to.
Sylvie hear you mention an internship?
What?
Does Sylvie hear this conversation?
Why wouldn't she?
I'm not
I
having it
just want to be
quietly.
sure that it's like she's in the. Sylvie goes ghost white at the mention of an internship because she
Do I
totally
notice this?
Please.
not trying to hide it. Yeah,
You
no,
okay?
I may have forgotten about certain things and disappeared for 2 months on an internship as well.
Where was your internship at?
The same place as Henry.
Ah,
See, I
Okay.
said we would get. That's what I fucking said. All right. See, this brain is good for something.
well, there's always Barnett Industries
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
you
point of the
could've-
internship was
to infiltrate.
Infiltrate Rook,
Yeah.
and also kind of keep an eye on Henry.
I feel like Rook is gonna have to take a back seat for right now, unless they're involved with the shadowy guys that took me. Because then,
Yeah, we need to
Yeah.
keep that potential connection in mind.
yeah, we gotta figure out how to unhook my brain so then they can tell me the numbers, and then I can go to the place and figure out what the place is, and then I can
Haven't
just leave,
figured
and
that out
they'll
yet.
think that I'll be a super
Before
sleeper
we
agent.
do that, we should make sure we have the full team and everyone is on the same page regarding what we are addressing.
We should also ask Sarah to join the teams temporarily because we need as much peoples as possible.
I can ask. I can't
If we're
guarantee
going
she'll say
against
yes.
the whole wolf pack.
I
I feel
pointed
like
Sarah.
I was gonna say Sarah from the
Yeah,
other room who's
she's
been
been
eating
here.
the cotton candy popcorn is just like, I mean, depending on what you need me to do, sure.
You want to do hero shit with us?
Why not?
We'll pay you.
You're not doing anything
Well, we
else
paid
right
you in
now.
popcorn.
Some people are probably gonna think I've gone straight.
It is deceptive.
Tell
then
them
you
that it's a
surprise,
ruse.
you rob them.
Watchdog is the only person on this team that's straight.
That's true. In more ways than one. I did time in juvie. It was like 3 days before Uncle Polly got me out. But, you know, whatever.
I have diplomatic
Risks and
immunity.
benefits. The choice is always up to you.
Yeah, you don't have to. I just thought, you know, maybe.
But if nobody
mean,
remembers you right
currently,
now,
If nobody
right now
remembers
I
you,
don't technically exist, so
you could commit bigger crimes.
it might
Yeah.
be worth it to adopt a temporary alias, because when we get people to remember you, then they won't be able to connect to you with what was going on. You know, I'm a fan of multiple identities.
Yeah,
One
just
for
not multiple
crime,
bodies.
one for
do you,
do-gooding.
do I want to go for the stealth approach or be super obvious? That's the question.
Patroclus
super
has
obvious.
a nice ring to it.
Well, your normal job involves stealth, so if you go super obvious, A, could be fun, B, harder to connect to what you do on the DL.
And if you get lots of good like PR, then the people will love you, and then they will be upset if you ever get in trouble in the future.
Shield mech suit it is.
I
love
love
this for you.
on so many levels.
Full support.
I
Yeah,
wonder how big I can make it.
that's what he said.
Inventing Gundam like 40 years or like
All right. Well, I think that's great. Maybe hopefully we can get Rampage on board, and then I mean, because if we're going against the pack, that one guy sounded a little scary. The alpha guy.
A lot.
I'm
Well, we
pretty
don't know
sure
if the
Barbie
alpha's a
is a
guy.
beta though. That woman sounded like Barbie would
Barbie?
sound. You know?
Barbie been invented yet?
I don't know, Bart.
Yes,
Yes.
I think so.
But
We're
I
like in
don't
the
think-
early age of Barbie.
I
Yeah.
don't think Barbie was voiced at this point.
Yeah, I don't think Barbie.
No.
No, but like that's how I imagine she would sound.
Oh no. The iconic Barbie doll went on display for the first time on March 9th, 1959.
Oh, shit.
6 years too early.
Whoops.
We invent Barbies.
Yes.
We invented
Although
Barbie.
apparently, wait, hang on. Barbie was created in 1945 though. This is weird.
I'm guessing it was either like a brand name or like a precursor to like the modern Barbie doll, maybe.
Yeah.
I watched a whole like documentary
I
on
was gonna
the
say, I've
girl
seen a
who started
documentary
the,
on
the,
Barbie
yeah,
before, too.
the woman who invented Barbie.
Like, this looks good.
I definitely watched it because she got screwed out of like so much money.
Okay, so the doll made its debut at the American International Toy Fair in New York City in 1959.
But they'd been developing it since the 40s.
Yeah. Looks like
Was their
they
initial
had
days.
early
So
concepts.
she sounds like what a high fashion toy doll would sound like.
Yeah, whatever.
We could ask Natalie. The issue would be she might have to hear the recording, and I don't.
Probably not a good idea. She might get worried for us if we're going against the whole wolf pack.
Also,
Also,
it's not like we can take a recording of the recording. We'd have to like do the whole tape and just stop it. But just ask her if she knows anybody involved with werewolf. That's not a good idea.
I mean, secret societies in like the normal human sense are a thing.
Yeah,
and usually rich people are involved.
yeah.
And usually they do some sketch
She
shit.
sounds very
The other
fashion
thing
forward,
is-
conscious.
I did start rubbing elbows with certain higher echelons at those parties. Do you want me to continue focusing on that and seeing if I can recognize voices?
Sylvie, I will say I love your initiative, but also what the fuck?
It's not a bad idea. If the Fae thing doesn't pan out, maybe you and I can focus on that, try to match the voice.
Yeah, we can do that.
Sylvie, you could be a
'Cause that
spy.
That wouldn't be unusual for either of us to be.
You're gonna be a
around.
double agent. Could you turn into a glitter werewolf?
We can
Probably.
work on that.
So we
Can
split talk
Sylvie
to
try right now?
turn into a glitter werewolf.
It's like Barbie, but a werewolf.
Is
Okay.
this okay, Charlie?
What, being able to turn into a glitter werewolf?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is she
I
able
mean-
to?
I mean, you can turn into a glitter wolf. Like, are you trying to mimic
Specifically a werewolf.
like
Yeah.
mimic
What I've seen
what
of the
Joe
werewolf.
looks like?
Yeah.
Yeah, but prettier.
Okay.
Sparkly.
For that,
and sparkly.
go ahead and roll to unleash your powers.
I love it.
That would be a 10 right off the bat.
The
so.
hottest werewolf we've ever seen.
All right. Yep.
Holy shit.
Glitter fashionista werewolf.
In a suit. In a sharp
Werewolf
fucking
Barbie.
suit.
Cannot conjure clothes. That is not how this works.
It is made of vines.
Natalie, these are the new measurements I need a suit for. Don't ask questions.
Don't ask questions.
I
Let's,
think she would.
that's like She-Hulk. I need these suits in this size.
At this point now, they're just fun challenges.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love it.
So you can go ahead and go off and start doing recon things. As far as like specific scenes go, we can probably address those next week since we are running a little short on time. Is there any other scenes that Joe would like to have with Eugene? Or just have while traveling?
With what time we have left?
We've got like 30 minutes total, so if we speed run the end of session questions, should be fine, I would expect. Or if anything, we can have Jenna do the end of session question first, and then she can
Yeah.
while we wrap up.
Okay. I think we can do. Do you think we'll have time for the first question I sent, or should we do the second question about code names? Also, as long as we have a moment, y'all were so cocky you were gonna be taking over this pack. So cocky, and I'm just
I'm
sitting
not
here
entirely sure we're
Mhm,
still not going to.
I built in a counter to you.
The pheromones. Not if we
Um,
can gas mask it.
Yeah.
I think
Not if we come up with an antidote.
it might
Or we
be
kill her.
safest to go with the code names one first.
Okay.
Because depending on if you have any follow-up questions, I imagine the first one could
Oh, that's a whole ass
play out a while.
So I feel like later on into this would be day 3 of travel, if I got my math correct.
No, I think this is just day 2. Because you had
Yeah, it is day 2. Yeah.
you left late in the day and then had one night on the road, so this is day 2.
Right. Okay, day 2. I feel like at some point, just Joe trying to brighten the mood a bit in the car after heavy conversation number quintillionth that he's had within the past month.
Mhm.
I feel like he'd kind of glance at Eugene and then say, "So, you given any thought to a code name?"
Code name?
It's a thing in Halcyon if you've got powers and you're going to be involved in the power community, I guess. Generally, everybody's got a code name. I mean, I call myself Watchdog.
It's fitting.
I thought it was pretty clever.
Do I really need one for something like this?
I guess you don't need one, but generally, if you run into another super person who you don't know, you use the code names. It's like a courtesy thing, I guess, from what I can tell. Don't
Okay.
want to be giving out your real name to people who might decide they don't like you the next day and try to blow up a house on top of you or something.
I suppose that's fair. Code name. And I think he.
Go ahead.
Oh, were you gonna say you have suggestions? Because he's probably gonna be like thinking for a little while.
I've got a few ideas if you need something.
Daddy dog.
Could be a place to start.
This'll shut up.
That wasn't me. That was just the Roxy in your brain.
There's 2
We all
Roxys?
have one.
There's 3.
There's a whole nother one in your brain. That's 3.
Well, I mean, what do you think of something like, I don't know, Sirius? Like the, Dog Star. Would that be cool?
Maybe. I don't know if that really packs much of a punch, though.
Go for something more modern. Hound Dog.
I think a little too a bit of a close approximation with Elvis there.
I don't think Elvis is a thing yet.
Is he not?
Snoop Dogg. Just
He's
hear me out.
56, I think.
Let's see.
53 was when he started.
Oh. Cool. So Elvis is
The
a thing.
Hound Dog song was released in 56, though, so you were right on that.
Yeah.
Okay. But I do know that was a saying before Elvis, so. How about something like, I don't know, Shepherd?
I think people might think I'm a little holier than thou in that aspect.
I
I'm
guess.
trying to unnecessarily guide them. But
I
maybe.
guess that is what we're trying to avoid in regards to the pack.
And I think he gets a little smile on his face and lets out a chuckle. And says, how do you think the this so-called alpha would react to hearing about someone called Lunar Ultima.
Oh, you're gonna fit right in.
And I guess it's settled.
I hope you realize the whole team's gonna start calling you Lou.
Ulta Daddy, actually.
Not the worst thing it could be called.
I was gonna say, is he hot?
He's a werewolf.
So yes.
New team rule: no hitting on Joe's dad.
We'll see.
There.
I mean,
That is a whole
Let's
ass married
see.
man.
It's fine.
A married man who has 4 kids.
Sylvie doesn't understand what dating or
That
marriage
is
is,
true.
so
As far as
Sylvie-
she's
chaotic
concerned,
mess.
we're all dating. All of
Sylvie's
us.
age reference is also very different.
That is also true.
I don't think
Technically,
Roxy would-
Sylvie is cradle robbing all of you.
yeah, super.
So
I don't think Roxy would find Joe's dad attractive, but Jenna might. So,
But if there was nothing else in regards to that, I think we could head into our end of session questions. Okay. Let's get the happy music back.
so I've got good news for you all. You now have passed the 50% mark of the backstory knowledge.
Woo! 50%.
Charlie, I will send you typed up letters of everything that Sylvie's gonna send out, seeing as y'all won't see me for a bit.
Okay.
So if there's anything the team needs to act on, they viably could have the information. for the
Okay.
Situation.
Sounds good. Who wants to go first? Okay. Jenna raised her hand.
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
I think Roxy grew closer to the team. Specifically Henri, actually.
And she would actually gain influence over you because
Yes.
she's not an adult, or
Yes. So
rather,
she-
not a higher level adult, I guess.
Around the
She's
same
not a
age.
more
She's the
adultier adult.
same
She's
age.
Yeah.
Same level of adult.
She's
Well,
a
she's
peer,
a little
not
older.
a
but-
superior.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I am going to clear a condition because I have too many of these damn things. And I
No, you don't
will-
have enough, obviously.
Ugh, I've only got 2. I'm going to
Not
clear
enough.
guilty, and I will remain angry at Joe still.
That's fair.
I mean, to be fair, he joined a cult and he didn't tell us.
Elena's been angry since like day 1.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, that's
Still angry.
yeah. I'll go next. I'm gonna say also grew closer to the team. I am removing guilty. I'm still very terrified because there are more connections to the Fae than I ever thought possible as Sylvie. And I'm about to reach out to 2 very important people in Sylvie's life to try and get information, which may not go great. And I mean, she spent a lot of time patrolling with Elena, so I do think she probably grew closer to Elena by association.
Okay.
I will shift. Savior up
Okay.
and I think mundane down.
Okay.
Since we're shifting into actually being superhero mode instead of chaotic criminals.
Did anybody grow closer to Roxy before? 'Cause I need to.
I was gonna say yes.
okay.
Because sometimes she gets frustrated, but Roxy is very good at reaching out to people in a way that Cynthia does not understand how to do. So she appreciates Roxy taking point on that.
Aw.
Roxy's already got influence. I'm going to clear guilty.
We're all losing our guilt tonight because Joe did something worse than the rest of us. So
Joe has a much more fucked up life, and he did it himself.
yeah. All right. So I'm gonna shift Cynthia's let me look. I'm gonna go with Savior because I don't think that Roxy's had a chance to really address the fact that you saved her. Savior up and Danger down.
Okay. Interesting.
Danger Down does still sound like some sort of band.
Danger Dog would have been a good choice for your dad's code name. Danger
No.
Dog.
Lunar Ultima.
I love how crazy that is.
Herr Hund.
Or Top Dog.
Oh, that would have been good.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I was saying Snoop Dogg or Scooby Doo, but
Not doesn't
it's not
exist
that
yet.
scary. But all right, I'm gonna head out. Everyone have a good night. Bye.
Bye.
Jenna. I believe I'm the last one here.
Oh, you and
No.
me are the last ones.
Yeah, Elena still has to go.
Well, I will do Grow Closer as well, though in this case it will be to Eugene. He does already have influence, so that gets me a shifty. And I will be clearing a condition, and I will clear Hopeless.
Yeah, shifty difty.
Shiftity doodah.
Ooh. We are gonna go mundane up
Okay.
and savior down.
Sounds about right. That there and that there. Very good.
Elena's gonna grow closer to her own image and shifting Savior up and Superior down. So we're shifting to superheroing.
Yeah. Getting back at it. Alrighty.
Yeah, sorry about all of this. Sylvie has a secret life for real.
That's what
Fine.
happened when you took your thing,
Yes,
isn't
there's,
it? Yeah.
there's a
Yep.
couple things.
I was about to
that-
say, we've just learned 2 of your obligations, haven't we?
Anyway,
Potentially.
thank you everyone for joining us tonight. I know it was slightly shorter than normal, but it was good. We're gonna still be playing Masks next week, but it won't be part of our usual campaign.
One shot,
Yeah.
one shot,
shot.
one shot.
With modern times, new characters.
Isn't it? Oops, all
Um,
goths.
I
Or
think
have we
so.
not decided?
I don't know. It's whatever you want it to be. I just know that I have a concept in mind that I'm very excited for, and see how it goes as you try and save the world. So in the meantime, hope everyone has a wonderful time, whatever you have going on, wherever you are in life, whatever obligations you might have. And we will see you back here next week, or maybe in the meantime, if you join the Discord, and then you can see more of us. So,
Food and animals.
lots of food, lots of animals.
Also, probably the only way I'm going to interact with you guys for the next couple
Yes.
weeks.
Yeah.
Jenna and I run the Twitter, but we'll never tell you who's tweeting.
Tess will
Great.
be a little absent with con stuff.
Yeah.
So, and we will
Side
miss
note,
you.
if you're at Gen Con, come say hi.
Yes.
Like, I don't know my booth number. I'm with Universal Horizons though, and I might
Join
be
the
running
Discord and you
stuff.
can learn the booth
I don't-
number.
Yeah.
Booth
join the
number is-
I will
Discord.
post it. No one's
Okay.
told me shit yet. It's fine.
I
That's
love
usually how things
organizers.
go. Yeah,
Yeah.
usually how things go. But
Yeah.
until next time, bye bye.
Yeah.